This podcast is sponsored by nobody. Hey dudes, welcome to Splat from the Past, the only 80s themed horror and sci-fi show where things can get totally radical. Now today I will be welcoming back the beautiful, the talented, the no-filtered fellow Gemini, Hilary Momberger-Powers. And this is going to be a unique one because she just did an episode of a podcast called Leaders Lead by Tony with Tony Taylor, and I listened to that podcast, and it was very hard hitting because she went highly in depth about her horrific childhood, which we touched on a little bit in the first interview that we did, not a ton, but a little bit. And we're going to talk about a lot of stuff that I heard, and it's not going to be all sad. I mean, we're going to talk about fun stuff too. We're going to talk more about a Charlie Brown Thanksgiving because she's the voice of Sally in that, and talk about various other things. And it's going to be a great conversation today. And I'm so happy to be back with Hillary because when we talked in 2022, I just love the fact that we were both no filtered Geminis. So I am really looking forward to this conversation, and I can't wait. Turkey November, it's going really, really good, and it's going to keep going well, at least for another week until Thanksgiving. And I hope all of you will be happy and grateful and thankful for whatever situations you're in, because I certainly know I will. So, yeah, here is my new interview with Hilary Momberger-Powers.
Hola!
Hey, Hilary, welcome back. How are you today?
Oh, I'm awesome. Thank you for inviting me. I feel so honored, and it's that happy time of year again.
Yep, it's that time of year again. Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
thank you so much for coming back. I'm starting to sound like a broken record, but despite the fact that the world is getting crazier, I am so
Oh, it's
blessed.
so shit show.
I can't
It's such a
complain.
shit show, right? It is
Yeah,
just a shit show. Let's just call it the way it is, buddy.
it is. It's a
It's so crazy. It's crazy.
it is.
Yes, we're totally blessed though. We're still alive. There you go. We're still breathing. So we're ahead of the game, right?
Yep, we can't complain. So the other night I listened to your Leaders Lead podcast episode, and
Oh, with Tony, isn't he great?
oh,
He's
he's
a great guy.
he is great. It's funny. He actually interviewed my guest from yesterday, Michael Pritchard, a comedian I've known for a long time. It's a funny
Oh,
coincidence.
awesome.
Yeah,
Oh yeah, he's a powerhouse for sure. So, how'd you like the episode? Okay?
yeah. It was very hard hitting, and I gotta ask you. I gotta tell you first. You know, we talked last time about how
Right.
horrific your childhood was, but oh my God, your childhood that you endured was very similar to my mom's upbringing. I'll tell you.
Oh, honey. So I see you got a lot of you were given a lot of hurt to package up and take with you, I guess, right?
Exactly. Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's where that we get into that. When I talk about, I guess this is off record, but that's okay because I don't want to bring your personal and
Oh no, no,
like
I'm very open
your.
about it. Go ahead.
Oh, good. No, I'm just saying, you go through this, you don't even know what's happening when you're a child. You're just a sponge, man. I'm just sucking everything up because I'm a new vessel
Mm-hmm.
and I'm open and I'm so pure. Pure means I have not been fractured or poisoned yet, you
Mm-hmm.
know?
Yeah.
So here I am, this completely pure vessel. And so I'm taking in everything that's given to me. I'm a child, so it's all about me and I'm receiving. Give,
Right.
give, give. So when my parents, I don't have any animosity to my mother at all.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I think of this woman, and for many, many years, that was my anger drove me, my rage drove me, my resentment drove me. It was the vehicle that took me everywhere. No wonder I was picking shitty people and everybody was hurting me. I was just reflecting all the anger, rage, pain, resentment inside of me. I was just mirroring it on my outside.
But
And
also, but
so,
also too,
here,
you didn't realize at the time that the person was shitty too.
no, what do I have to, I don't have anything to compare it to. I'm a child.
Right.
I don't know. I think, oh, this is how families are. They beat each other, police come, blood everywhere, sexual abuse, physical abuse. Oh,
Yeah.
this is family. So it becomes, what's that word? Familiar. Family,
Right.
familiar.
Right.
So of course I'm going to bring in the asshole guy that beats me up, or the one that gets me pregnant and says you're on your own, bitch. I mean, of course I'm going to bring that guy in,
Right.
because what was I? And of course I'm going to approve of the behavior because it is familiar.
Right.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
So, back to my mom, I don't hate my mother because do you think my mother was born and said, how can I screw up 7 children?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Destroy my father for life.
Yeah.
Destroyed my dad for life. Oh my God, the narcissist. Poor, men who go through narcissist women and women who go through narcissist men,
Yeah.
those egocentrical, nothing is ever enough vehicles. God, they're so fractured. But, my mom came out pure, and, you know, that old Arctic saying, hurt people. Well,
Right.
yeah, okay.
Right.
That sounds so cliche. But if I didn't have it in me, I wouldn't feed you it.
Mm-hmm.
So if my mother, something happened to her, so I was, when you get curious to get better, you
Mm-hmm.
start researching and you start asking God, because I have a big belief in God, because I'm not God. And I start asking what's real and what's false. Because
Right.
I start telling a story. My story as a kid was everything's fine. It's
Right.
good. I'm okay. I'm okay. As I'm dying inside, and 6 and 7 years old, I got blisters on my fingers and I'm biting my nail to the quick, and I'm hating myself and I'm praying that my parents die. I mean, that's not normal,
No.
you know. And, and then I put on this mask called Sally Brown. And then, Kentucky Fried Chicken, Wrigley Spearmint Gum, Dr. Schultz. I'm doing, Sears ads, print ads, doll voices, tiny tears, hi Dottie. And I'm pretending everything's fine
Right.
because I'm going to show the outside that I'm not a hot mess on the inside.
Right. Did you
Because if you knew who I was, you would hate me as much as I hate me.
did you
You
learn
know.
a lot about your mom's childhood after she passed?
I actually learned about it because I put her in like 8 rehabs.
Wow.
And, yeah, when I was 21, I got sober the first time. And I stayed sober for a really, really long time. But, I found it necessary to drink again because I wasn't willing to do the work. It takes a little, elbow grease and a little like going against your nature, which is I just want to check out. But I am. When I was 22, 23, I got a job working at this little facility, which, hence became like the outline of every rehab in the world. Promises, and I became the house mother of this first aftercare house where if people wanted to get sober and they needed to go live in like a group of women, they would do that.
Mm-hmm.
And so I became the house mother for a year. And then I went and I was a drug and alcohol counselor, and I worked at this facility that hence later on, 20 years later, sold for 47-50 million dollars. But,
Uh-huh.
I worked at this facility, so I was able to get freebies, meaning I could help other people get into rehab. So I utilized this with my mother.
Mm-hmm.
But every single rehab she went in, she got thrown out because it was their fault. That's the underlining illness of mental illness or addiction or narcissism
Right.
is you can't take responsibility for anything. So I put her in all these rehabs until finally one day I just said, Mom, I can't do this anymore. This is killing me more than it's killing you. And that was probably the first day I looked at my codependent stuff.
Yeah.
And, which is that's a tough bone to swallow, man.
Oh, yeah.
Because I disguised codependency as, I love you. I'm just trying to help, even though no one asked me.
Yeah.
But I'm going to force my solution on your broken problem that you broke. I didn't break it. But I feel, because I want so much to be loved and approved by you, I feel like if I fix you, then you'll love me. And then I have permission to love myself back.
Right.
Ouch, that's so painful.
Right. Yeah.
And then you get, hopefully I'm talking to the collective, get so sick and tired of neglecting ourselves.
Right.
And finally it was like, Mom, I can't do this anymore. And that's when I removed myself. I detached. I didn't disconnect. Disconnect's a very violent state. It's like if you disconnect the phone, it's like, whoa, turbo.
Yeah.
But I detached. I just pulled back and I thought, man, what happened to this woman that she's so ugly and angry? Her nickname was Satan, by the way, growing up. That was my mom's name. You got to find the funny and the dysfunctional.
Yeah.
So, that was what my brothers and sisters called her. But, I found out that my mother had been sexually abused by her father. There was a competition between her mother and her. Oh, no wonder we had that dynamic. That no matter what she did, her mother was never satisfied because her mother wasn't getting the love from her father because my mother was getting it. So there was this sickness going on way before. And she was an only child, so she was raised in all about her. So I had to see where the original root of where she came from was.
Right.
So I can pull back and go, wow, maybe my mom didn't set out to screw Hilary and her brother's sister's life. Maybe she was just giving the only thing she had.
Right.
And then I started to be able to say, thank you, but no thank you. Wait a minute, that's not my principle. And the meaning of principle is a truth that you live by. That's not my truth. That's not my principle. My mom thought no one was ever enough. Why do I keep thinking I'm not enough? Yeah. So it helped me, the detachment with love, like, I love you, Mom, but no thank you. That's a loving detachment.
Right.
I started to give myself some space, some breathing room to take a look at myself and know that, wait a minute, I'm the only one that can make me feel better. I'm not a victim. I volunteer in every single dysfunctional fit situation. I constantly was like thinking, I'm a victim, you did it to me, but didn't I indeed, like, as they say, set the ball rolling? I'm the one who said, oh, call me. Oh, no, I'm there for you.
Yeah.
And I get used and abused, and then I go, how did this happen? Lions and tigers and bears. Oh, my. It's like, dude, didn't you not? You're the one who said, hello, pick me.
Yeah. It's like the Wizard of Oz there.
100%. And the funny thing is, the whole point of the Wizard of Oz is you've had the power the whole time. And the thing is I don't have to be a victim. If I start taking ownership, meaning it's my life, I love it, my body, my choice, but look at your whole life. You can't just pick one subject. Girl, boy, you are a package deal.
Yeah.
I started, taking responsibility, like, okay. So then I started looking at my stuff and going, wait a minute, the reason why I'm so angry, resentful is because I choose to hate my mom. Why? I got, anger's an energy, but it fizzles out and it ends up destroying you. It's like a sparkler. it's great and grand in the beginning, and then it fizzles out, and it's just a stick that's useless.
Right.
That's what energy does to me, that anger does to me. So I started flipping it around. I started raising the bar, which is I enlighten my thoughts about it. And I thought, man, my mom, she didn't do it on purpose. Poor thing. She must have been in a lot of pain. So now I start identifying, well, let me think. When my mom, this is, in my book, I'm still working on getting out there, but there was a part in my life where I broke my arm.
Mm-hmm.
And I asked my mother to take me to the hospital. And she said to me, "You're too expensive. You're another mouth to feed. No, it'll heal on your own." So my message was, I am not worthy or enough to be taken care of. Now I store that principle. Remember, that's my mom's principle. It's not mine, but I took it because thank you, Mom. You were my parents. I'm supposed to listen to you, honor, right?
Right.
So I take in that information. Now that becomes my elevator music. That's always, you're not enough. You're not worthy. Don't take care of yourself. You're a piece of shit. No one will ever love you. There's my elevator music. I call that. And then what ends up happening is my mother, I go to visit her at like 5 years later. I store all this, body keeps the score, as they say. Mm-hmm. So I'm storing all this, and my mother pulls my hair when I go visit her because she loved pulling my hair. That was her thing. I don't know. I don't get it. Yeah. She thought she was a cave woman or something. Who knows? I don't know. I like it. I make it a joke now, not because I'm denying it, just because how important is it? So what? Okay, next. Now what are you going to do about it? So I go and she pulls my hair and I take her arm and I break it.
Wow. Wow.
And you know what I tell my mother?
What?
She says, "Take me to the hospital." What do you think I said to her? "You're too expensive. You're another mouth to feed. It'll heal." And I'm not proud of that. Yeah. But what I'm saying is how I got to start looking at the character I chose to be as the result of my upbringing. Mm-hmm. When I look at it in that perception, then I can make change happen. So I looked at my mother and I went over this and I thought, Mom, man, look at who I am. I'm no different than you are. So now what do I gain as a result of seeing myself and seeing the similarities in my parents instead of making them the bad guy or the boss or the world or the government? Like I have to look at it and go, wow, that's great business.
Right.
That's smart if you want to get what you want when you want it. Right. And then I looked at my mom and I thought, wow, Mom, you're no different than I am. So I gain that wonderful word, empathy, which I had none. When I'm in rage and resentment and codependency and trying to manage and control and direct everybody in my life, I'm not even with Hilary. Mm-hmm. So having that moment to pause when I got to say, Mom, I got in touch with that one feeling of like that little girl saying, Mom, I can't fix you. I'm so broken. And being able to pull back and assess my life and just go, wow, I don't want to be here anymore, but I'm the only one who can stop it. God, please help me be the woman that you actually made me to be in the first place. Mm-hmm. My mom added to that, and I started to discard a lot of those old ideas. And it's such a process. My biggest accomplishment is not, I love saying I'm Sally Brown, but that's just something I did. It's not who I am. Right. Like I have come through, I look at my, from the outside, it looks like I've had a very charmed life, but it's like when I look at people and I think, oh, they look scary. They probably steal. It's like, who am I? I'm no different. Like people look at me and they think, oh, you had that great. Okay, I get it. I'm not mad at you. I get it. I do the same thing. Empathy. Mm-hmm. But, what I endured and went through and made a decision to rise above my own personal ashes And it's not because I want to be number one. I just really now, at this time and space in my life, I just want to add some lightness. I
Mm-hmm.
want to help crack your egg. I want to help you see that you are more than you perceive yourself to be.
Right.
And so that's kind of where I'm at in life today.
Well,
It's a great place because I feel that sense of freedom, meaning I'm not trying to be anybody. I just want to share, hey, I went through it. I get it. I hear you. I get you. I feel you.
right.
I'm not just like you, but I can identify. I empathize with you. It's a great place to be. And I wish everyone that place. But you got to get the shit knocked out of you to get there. So buckle up, Buttercup.
Yeah. I grew up with the residue of what my parents grew up with. There was no hitting or sexual abuse, but a lot of yelling because I got one side that's Croatian and Irish and one side that's Italian. So I had to grow up with
Oh
that.
God.
My brother, who's 9 years
Oh
older than me, he had to go through a lot of that stuff I mentioned. It stopped by the time I came around, and I'm still investigating why and how it stopped. You know.
my. Right, right. Well, I don't know. That's a lot of energy draining. Why and how? Just just clean up what crap it left you with.
Mm-hmm.
Apparently, your parents had some kind of revelation. Thank God. You know.
Yeah.
I think my younger brothers didn't get as much as the four of us because my mother had met my stepfather, who became the drug of her choice, and she wanted to be, you know, perfect for him until that fell apart. So my brothers didn't get a lot of the yelling and screaming.
Mm-hmm.
They experienced different things, but I get that, screaming. Oh my God. It's just like, sensory overload. I totally get that. You
Right.
either create a life of chaos after that, or you create a life of recruits. That's how your trauma sets in. you
Right.
know that's Yeah, but we until we can manage our own trauma, because we think, if I go to a doctor, if I go to a therapist, if I get the right pill, that's always the du jour now, then it'll take care of my trauma. No, 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 babe, it's an inside job. You get to take care of your trauma, which means you get to have power over it. Remember, that was the thing. We had no power as a child.
Mm-hmm.
We just had to deal with it. I do. I remember putting my fingers in my ears, doing, stop yelling, you know?
Yeah.
I mean, I'm sure you identify with that. And so when I get in situations where it's overwhelming,
Mm-hmm.
it's like the well overflows, too much water, too much air, too much sound.
Right.
I practice my stabilization, the seeing, tasting, touching, hearing, smelling. I have power over those senses, and
Right.
I practice stabilizing myself. Then I can make a decision to remove myself. But when you're always in that frantic,
Mm-hmm.
and they create that in our world right now. They keep creating bomb after bomb after bomb, meaning, news media and all that stuff. Keep us in, oh my God, where are you going? Where are you going?
Yeah.
It's our responsibility to detach and pull back and just go, I'm okay right now. Nobody died. Everything's okay. Just stabilize. And then I can make some really good decisions like, oh, you know what? These people are a little bit too chaotic for me. I think maybe I'm not going to hang out with them that much.
Yeah.
You right?
Yeah.
And then it's like, wow, wow, this is cool. I'm kind of an adult. I feel like
Yeah.
I'm 15, but wow, I can be an adult too. That's cool.
So that was a great interview. Are you going to start your own podcast?
No,
You
no.
should. I mean, you're a down to
Uh,
earth, real talker. I think you do really good with it.
oh, Dodie, too. You and Tony are trying to pimp me out that way.
Yeah.
It's just it's so funny. He's like, you got to do it. I'm like, Tony, because he's got a huge following. He's like, you have no idea. I'm
Mhm.
like, I know. It sounds like so much freaking work. I don't know. Who knows? I'm gonna. You know what? I
Mhm.
always say I'm gonna pray about it. If I'm led that way, I'll do it. I no longer jump when it goes, oh, that'll be good and make me I just pause. I do the pause thing. Like, okay, we'll see what happens.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's my favorite thing. I don't know. Maybe. I don't know. We'll see. Who
Yeah.
knows? But thank you. I really appreciate you, you know, praising me that way. That feels good. Thank you. I like that.
Of
That's it.
course. Of course. I didn't realize you've done stand-up comedy.
Oh, totally. I'm
Yeah.
such a fruitcake. Yeah, I love doing it. I'm really great with one-liners. That comes from
Hmm.
trauma, by the
Me
way.
too. Yep. Yeah.
You're like, bring him, mother. No, sorry, not the F bomb.
Swear all you
But
fucking want.
yeah, bring it, motherfucker. So yeah, so I met a woman, a casting director. She's on Instagram. Your followers can listen. Leslie. Oh my god, I just had a brain fart. I'll remember last name. Oh my god, yeah, it seriously is 80 times right now. But she's a casting director, and she cast me in this Hallmark movie, and
Hmm.
I played a crazy woman who killed herself. How appropriate. Um, and then I did a bunch of commercials for her. So she had a stand-up class, and she said, "Hilary, do it. You're so funny." And so I did it, and it took off really quick. But it's not my passion, so I'm not going to put my energy into something that's not my passion.
Right. Right.
It's fun, and I performed at the Comedy Store a few times, and I kept getting asked back, and down in Hollywood, and then when I came to
Hmm.
Florida, I did another. Just I wanted to get another set, and I performed and went back to LA and performed a few times, and then down in Florida, and yeah, it's fun. And the truth is, I just like being funny.
Yeah.
I like making people laugh.
Yeah. I did
You
stand up
know.
for 10 years in San Francisco.
Oh,
I love
oh, dude, it's
yeah.
brutal, right?
Yeah.
It's brutal.
I love performing. I just hate the other comics off stage. I really do.
Oh my God, they're so miserable human beings. Oh
Yeah.
my God, it's like, dude, go get some. Please go love yourself. You don't please.
I don't
Then you won't take yourself so seriously,
I don't think a lot of
right?
them can, to be honest. It's just as narcissistic as acting is, you know.
Yeah, it's not only that, there's a difference. People ask me a lot because of, growing up as a child actress. They're like, do you think it's bad for children? And I always say stay in the gray zone
Hmm.
because there's that black and white thinking. I don't want to be famous too. I want to be insta famous,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
But there's 98 shades of gray. Go find that. So when they say, but my kid really loves performing, I said, great. Put him in an acting class. Go have him join, the play at school. You don't
Hmm.
have to make them insta famous to feed that spirit because there are creative souls, there are and intellectual souls, there are very spiritually minded. The key is to get all three of them in your container. But when we're born, there's a certain spark that starts first. And instead of making it huge, it's like just let them go take a class. And what ends up happening is when you're with these other comics and actors, they were not they were not loved for it, so they wanted to prove themselves. And this is where the it's all about me. I'm going to make sure everyone knows me, sees me, feels
Right.
me. Where there's the narcissism that comes out, and that's just lack of love, self-love, and love from the beginning origin, in my opinion. So
I know that's why I
yeah.
got into it, and then I had to learn. Once I started the podcast, I developed a lot more empathy than I had ever had, and then I was like, I don't need stand up anymore because
Right.
it's just I don't need that kind of attention, you know. And the first time I ever went to the Comedy Store,
Right.
it was a year after my car accident, and
Right.
when I was like walking up that parking lot ramp, I had a shudder down my
Mm.
back because that's where I know Steve Lubekin landed when he jumped off the Hyatt
Mm.
during the strike. And then,
Yeah, remember that? Oh, it gives me chills,
yeah,
right? Mm.
and then I go into the original room and I feel the presence of dead
Hmm.
comedians there. It's just like it had
Right.
this supernatural feel to it, you know. And at the time, I felt like that I had belonged there, like it was The Shining kind of a thing. But then,
Right,
as then when I discovered the Comedy Store podcast, I was like, oh my God, these people who work there are just so mean spirited and hateful.
right, right. Well, like I said, hurt people hurt people. I mean, it's you got to make it's almost like it's so black and white. You
Hmm.
hate yourself, and then the flip side is you're going to make you laugh. You're going to make them laugh at it.
Hmm.
You know, from tears to laughter. It's like, whoa, God, that's such a huge stretch. So you start making fun of yourself. I remember, my parents, when they molested me, ha ha ha, you're laughing, right? Everybody's laughing.
Yeah.
And it's not healing it, it's actually putting gasoline on your pain.
Right.
So how are you going to be nice?
I know they can't.
Really?
They can't.
Right. And it's not, but the thing is that's where the empathy comes in. Oh, God, forgive them for they do not know. They don't even know they're hurting themselves.
Right.
But it's not my job to send it to them and to show them. It's like I'm not Captain Save-A-Ho anymore, so nobody asked me to do that. Right?
Yeah.
So I just can observe it and be present in case somebody says, hey, I heard you on your podcast or your Instagram or something, and, can we talk? It's like, yeah, let me help you heal yourself. And I'm not a doctor. And you know what? I don't need a letter behind my name to know how to get out of pain.
Yeah.
Right? I don't need a letter behind my name to get out of trauma. And if
Right.
I can share that gift that I have had to figure out, I'm going to
Hmm.
share it. So it's interesting because that world, they like to hear funny, but there's craving to hear intensity.
Right. Right.
Craving to hear it.
Who are your favorite?
So,
Who are your favorite comics growing up?
oh, I love Robin Williams. He was
Hmm.
so tortured.
Yes.
I always wanted to be Barbara Streisand just because I thought she was chronically awkward,
Yeah.
you know, but talented and then didn't know how to embrace it. Like she made fun of herself. Get it?
Right.
And then Carol Burnett was my all-time favorite. I'm like, oh my God, she's so funny. Like she made fun. Everybody made fun of themselves. They just beat the shit out of themselves. And I'm like, I love that. I love
Hmm.
self-abuse. How can I be more like that? You
Right.
know, so sick.
Yeah.
But yeah, those are my faves. So, what about you?
I grew up loving Sam Kinison and
Oh yeah, I
Andrew.
met him. I met him at an AA meeting. He was great.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah, he was nice.
Bobcat Goldthwait, Andrew Dice Clay, George Carlin, Rodney Dangerfield, Richard
Oh,
Jenny, and I do like clean comics too, like Stephen Wright and Wendy Liebman.
oh, right. Yeah. Wow. Yeah. I love that. Yeah. Sarah Silverman. She's pretty funny.
Oh yeah.
But they're really, yeah. I love George Carlin's right up my alley, buddy.
Yeah.
Now, in my part of my life today, I'm like, dude, but he was, it's telling the truth.
Hmm.
And when we talk about our abuse, we're telling the truth.
Right. I did a radio show with
And
his brother once, back in 2015. It was so surreal for
yeah.
me, and I had his daughter on a few years ago.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Wow. I bet that was intense. Wow, what an upbringing that was, huh? Hello.
Yeah, I don't know how much of what she says in terms of loving him is real and how much, she's just, making money off of his likeness. I don't really know.
Who cares? Not my rodeo, baby. Not my business. Who
I know.
knows? Whatever. Who knows?
I just me
Yeah.
personally, I can't stand liars. That's all I'm gonna say.
Well, that shows that yeah, I get it, but I
Hmm.
also look at the liars and go, wow, they just are not enough.
Hmm.
Once you start pulling back and seeing you got to take the energy out of it. That's my
Yeah.
opinion. Just my opinion. I did this for myself, and it seems to work, and I seem to, share it with a lot of people that I work with. Is once you start going, well, I get it. I would lie like that if I didn't feel good about myself. Once I start identifying that I'm no different than you,
Yeah.
and not that I'm approving of the behavior, I'm not even condoning it because I'm just seeing it for what it is. Wow, that guy's fucked up, man. He's got some issues, and then I don't hate him as much. You see what I mean? And then I take
Right.
the rest of that angry energy that's just sucking the water and the protein. Man, anger can screw your body up so bad. It just destroys your ecosystem.
Right.
Destroys it. Say hello, cancer. Hello,
Yeah.
stomach issues, intestinal IBS. It's like, dude, deal with your stuff.
Right.
The body keeps score. But it's hard, like you said, that you removed yourself once you got the blessing of I think I'm going to do a podcast. And what a blessing that was. So you could be kind of shifted. Turning the other cheek means look the other way, go find another direction.
Right.
All of a sudden you turn the other cheek and you're like, wow, this is kind of fun. And as a result of that, it's been healing you and empathizing you, so you're a little bit more compassionate, and there's not that black and white. You're so much more in the gray zone. Does that make sense?
It does, yeah. And also, too, it's also just made me learn about life in general that I would have never have done it just by going out in the real world and working and living, because all I ever got when I was doing that stuff was just being yelled at all the time.
Right.
I had no
right.
understanding of it. Yeah.
Well, that's great. See, it's so weird. Our soul guides us it really wants us to feel better and to heal more.
Right.
But, when I'm listening to my head, which is, that's just stored information, but my heart mind, and when I get down to that subconscious where God lives, the all creator, it really wants me to get back to the beginning, which is everything's good. When I was born and you were born, everything was perfect.
Right.
All I needed was food. I need a little titty here and there. Guys are like, me too.
Yeah.
No, just kidding. That's what I said. But I just needed, and I needed to be held, and I needed to be told, oh, you're so wonderful. That's really what I want. I want to get back to the beginning. And so it's not up to the world to get me there. It's up to me to get me there. And so when I do gentle things and I do a little shifting and go, I think I'm going to go to the park today and just listen to the birds. Like, wow, it stabilizes everything. When I feel like everybody's yelling at me or hates me, go play with a dog.
Right.
Wow, this dog doesn't have any resentment towards me.
Yeah.
It doesn't care. It just wants to love me. So I shift my energy frequency through my senses, and then I have a new starting point. And until I do that, nothing is going to change. Because if nothing changes, dude, nothing changes.
So I'm curious, what's your favorite movie of all time?
I think it's probably forever. I mean, it sounds so corny. It's a Wonderful Life. I could watch that 5,000 times.
Yeah.
It's just to feel good. Remind you. What's my worst? There's so many a lot. I'm so not into the movies today. It's like,
the worst era of movies.
Dude, how many more killings can we do? Okay, let's
Yeah.
desensitize blowing people away. Oh, that's a smart message. Thanks, guys.
Yeah.
Thank you, Satan. Right?
Yeah.
So silly. Yeah. And what's that romantic comedy? It always comes up every year about, oh God, I can't remember, the girl who works for the Prime Minister. Absolutely, Love Actually. I mean, that's just of feel good, simple, like, like happiness is just around the corner. That's the message you get. It's like, yeah, why not me? Makes you go, why not me? But I have to say, hands down, it's a wonderful life. It suspends your belief system. And it's nice to, anytime, I could watch it any time of year, and it's like, yeah, really, that's it. Love is what matters. Your character is what matters.
Yeah, I was talking to somebody the other day about It's a Wonderful Life. She said, I can't watch that movie now because when I was growing up, it was on every channel during Christmas time. And I was like, well, guess what? It doesn't happen anymore because someone got a hold of the copyright and renewed it. It was in the
Yeah,
public domain for a lot of years.
right,
you know?
right. It's so true. It's so true. Yeah, everything is about money, honey.
Yeah.
The illusion, the man with the most toys wins. Wins
Yeah.
what? You still die. You still die, dude.
Yeah.
I don't know what you're winning. You're going to the same place I am. Maybe.
What are your
Yeah.
what are your top three Desert Island albums?
Oh God, I would have to say the Eagles.
Oh,
All times. Bad Company came out at such a cool time,
hmm
and you know what? Anything from Led Zeppelin. I'm old school.
yeah, I
There you
love
go.
Led Zeppelin. Yeah,
Yeah, I like the old. I mean, the real musicians that actually had like a band,
yeah,
right? Who
yeah,
actually played the piano, played the guitar, and the bass. And they actually sang. They didn't have to tune it up and make it higher or lower. Yeah, old school. It was fun.
I used to do a bit in my stand up where I was talking about how back in the day bands had real names and bands in my generation had such pussy names. And like when you said half of a band's name back in the 70s, you knew exactly who they were talking about. Zeppelin,
Oh, totally.
Floyd, Sabbath, right?
Right,
Yeah. And then I
right.
said okay, what's my generation going to be? I listened to Back,
Pink,
Nickelback, I
pink.
listened to REM, I listened to Wallflowers, the Wallflowers.
Exactly. Right. Oh
Yeah.
my God, that's so funny. That's so funny.
Yeah, people used to get a kick out of that one. Yeah,
Yeah, very well.
My three Desert Island albums are the first albums of The Doors, Van Halen, and the Go-Go's because I
Oh my God, you're so well rounded. Good for you.
yeah, because those albums represent three different eras of LA rock in a nutshell. You know what I mean? Because
Oh
you got
yeah.
psychedelia with The Doors, you got hard rock heavy metal with Van Halen, and you got punk and new
Oh
wave
totally.
with the Go-Go's.
Oh totally. Yeah. The Go Go's, Carly. Yeah.
I was so lucky to interview the drummer twice of the Go-Go's. It's still the first interview I did with her. Is still my favorite interview I've ever done.
Oh, that's
So
so.
I got her to be so vulnerable, and she made me cut some of her vulnerability out because she told me too much information that she didn't want the public to know, and I felt so like accomplished. I felt really accomplished.
Wow. Wow. Well, that's pretty awesome. Good for you.
Yeah.
How cool is that? What a great. Yeah, that's cool. Yeah, that's great. I love that. I love that you found your niche.
hmm It's just been
You
one
know, and
one blessing after another.
that's great. I mean, it's so nice to be fulfilled. And I mean, I'm so into like the wordsmith, like
Yeah.
full, filled. Like
Yeah.
I'm full and it's filled. It's like that's all I ever wanted anywhere, you know,
Yeah.
to be able to be full, filled. And,
Fulfilled.
right, when I'm chasing after something that I know is not good for me, right?
hmm
My gut tells me. I know that, oh God, I'm never going to get enough. I mean, and it's not the elevator music, it's the real, like, Hillary, honey, this is not going to make you feel good. Like that voice that
hmm
I never want to listen to because I want to listen to loud one says, you're a piece of shit. No, you're never going to get there. Get away, get away, get away. You know, when I chase after that stuff, I feel so empty and then I want more.
Right.
It's like the gambler. Oh, I'll get one more time, one more time. And so finally you're just like, dude, you know, you're doing all these stand-ups and you're standing in a room of haters. You're
hmm
like, well, what am I doing? Like that amazing aha moment that we all crave,
Yeah.
that we dismiss 98% of the time.
Right.
But then those 2% that you go, I'm going to start a podcast. And then you're like, whoa, this is fulfilling. This is what I was hungry for. I didn't even know this was going to nourish me,
hmm
you know?
Absolutely. Are you comfortable talking about menopause?
Oh, dude, talk about it. I wear
Yeah.
it.
It's
Oh my God, it's so hot. First of all,
yeah.
I was talking to the girls. They're like, "What happens when you go through menopause?" I'm like, "Bitch, you're 25. Don't worry, you got a lot of time. Don't even think about it yet."
Yeah.
But you get up to like 45, and you're like, you just want to bang anything.
Yeah.
Okay. And I call that the last call, girls. You know, you just want to
Hmm.
fuck anything, right? It's
Yeah.
like, oh my God, why am I looking at that lamp? What's wrong with me? You know, your mind is just going. And then it happens, ladies. And it's like, bam. I'm like, get that shit away from me. Why is that in my back? I can't stand you. You smell. I'm sweating. I'm
Yeah.
disgusting. Oh my God, I hate my gray hair. I look like a Jehovah Witness pissed off at someone's front door. I'm
Yeah.
just like, what's wrong with me? Right?
Yeah.
And yeah, it's fun. I don't wish it on everybody, but I do. It's kind of a dichotomy. Yeah, it's crazy. What else do you want to know about menopause?
Well,
Menopause. Get it? Men a
yeah.
pause.
I know. It's like
Pausing on the freaking men.
the closest we get to menopause is like, biological clock ticking and maybe some erection problems. That's about it. you know?
Right, right. But you can find other ways to satisfy your ego.
Exactly.
Me, I'm
Yeah.
like, I'm sorry, walls are closing up. Sorry, we don't water the grass anymore. It's all dried up, guys. But thank God for
Yeah.
a little hormonal medicine. Yeah,
Does
bio
it
to yeah,
does it
yeah.
become
It's great.
does it become annoying like when you did have your period?
When I had my period before, it was like, ugh, here we go again.
Yeah.
Bitch is back. I called myself Hilary and Helga. Helga would come on that 11th hour, as they said, and it was just like I hated everything. And then when it's done, you're like, oh, well, of course I'm dropping an egg that's bearing the fruit of life, and it's going away. Of course I'm going to be bitchy
Hmm.
because half of me doesn't want to do that. My body knows is what's up. So of course my hormones are all over the place. And then when it stops coming, your period, you're like, oh my God, am I pregnant? It's like, no, I haven't wanted to touch anybody in weeks. But you and then all of a sudden you're like, wow, I haven't had it for 6 months. That's kind of crazy.
Right.
But your body goes through so many changes, and I think I don't know, for me and a lot of women I know, we become afraid of change, and that's kind of like a natural state.
Hmm.
But that's where, I think God was really smart by giving us seasons because we learn how to stay and change.
Hmm.
But I grew up in California, everything was the same all the time. So when something happened, it was like, oh my God, because you kind of are not in changes.
Yeah.
And so when I'm going through the change, I view it as something bad, but it's a part of this whole, that's who I am. It's like I'm going to be a child, I'm going to be a teenager, a middle, and grown woman, middle-aged woman, and then I'm going to get older. This is the part of the package I signed up for, you know?
Right.
And so if there are ways for me to be in less pain or inflicting pain in my loved ones,
Yeah.
because we can be biatches. Oh my God. Well, I always say in the end of life, women become men and men become women.
Yeah.
Because you see the men crying at the diaper commercials, the women are going, "Oh, shut the fuck, God damn!
Yeah.
What did I? We're so caustic,
Hmm.
and it's because I get more testosterone-ish. They get
Yeah.
more estrogen-ish. So it's kind of funny how everything switches. So people don't have to go through sex changes. They could just wait till they're older. Get it?
Yeah.
You don't have to go through the surgeries, guys. Don't worry. When you get older, you'll become a woman. Don't worry.
I have this
Yeah,
joke.
that one. But
what are the two best days of a woman's life? The day her first child is born and the last day of her period.
or the last her last marriage.
Yeah.
Just kidding. No kidding. Ay ay ay. Yeah, it's fun. But you know what? What you resist persists, meaning the more you deny something, it's going to keep knocking at your front door. So I just kind of embrace it. That's what I said. When I get into my moods, I'm like, I'll tell my husband, he goes, "Are your hormones low?" And I'm like, "What do you think? I want to kill you today." I have to make light of it. And
Yeah.
it's nothing to do with the way I feel. It's just that I'm out of balance. It's my my body telling me I'm out of balance. So
Yeah.
I'll do as many natural path stuff. Like I'll use yam cream and I'll put it in my face, and all of a sudden I feel calmer. I
Right.
mean, men can do their own stuff. There's natural things that can boost your testosterone, your progesterone. They got so much estrogen in everything that we touch, like plastic bags. So we're all getting a little feminized, even you.
Right.
Um, so
Oh no,
it's.
I identify as bi. I've always been feminine, so I totally get it.
And there's so much, like I said, in our plastics, they have so much chemicals in it. It's a lot of estrogens in it. I know it sounds crazy, but
Hmm.
I love researching things. I'm a thinker, so I like to
Me
go,
too.
oh, I didn't know that. Oh, that was a lie. Oh, that was another lie.
Yeah.
You know, that's why I said when you find out someone's a liar, God, that was good. You are a good liar. I would have never thought of hiding it there. You're saying that. So the more I appreciate someone's differences, the less it bothers me.
Yeah. So Thanksgiving is coming yet again. Have you received any fan mail from people who love a Charlie Brown Thanksgiving?
I I do, and it's so funny. It's like, oh my God, I'll get my. It's so funny. After 55 years, I still get a check. How fun is that, right?
Yeah.
Uh,
Is
since
it
that's what the royalties used to look like. They don't do that anymore.
the 10-cent check?
Uh, yeah, no, they don't. Now it's like buy you out for a crap price, and they call it done. But no, it's nice. I the older I get, the more appreciative I am.
Yeah.
When people take the time to write me, I take the time to write them back because you know what? That shows, I appreciate people.
Yeah.
So it's nice, and it is that kind of feel good movie where where do you find love? Your friends. Your
Hmm.
family is who you bring in your circle. It doesn't have to be the screaming parents. You could like create a different circle, or bring them in. So it's that's what I love about the Peanuts character. So, all the characters, they were all from weird places, but they all seem to match really well
Right.
in an awkward way.
Yeah. Did you hear my interview with Todd?
Oh, I love him. It's awesome. What's so, well, he had some past issues, right?
I did not know that. We didn't get into that. No.
Oh, well, we won't talk about that on camera, so we'll talk
Okay.
about it. And we'll talk. I'll get back to you on that later, sir.
Okay. But it was a good interview. It almost didn't happen.
Yeah,
He
he's
was
great.
he was super busy. It was Thanksgiving time, but we made it happen.
Oh, that.
And
Oh, he's awesome.
we talked
God
30
bless him.
minutes and it was fabulous.
Oh, that's awesome. That's great. That's so nice. Well, I love that you have embraced this because it's the old entertainment, old cartoons, all that world is really kind of, it's different.
Yeah,
And it's funny, when something's built well, it stays around.
right.
And so Charles Schultz and Bill Melendez really, really, they put their love into it, and it
Hmm.
really is. It's kept it preserved for 70 years or whatever it is. I don't even know, probably
Probably
somewhere around that, right?
probably 80 years
Yeah,
by now. Yeah.
80. 80. Well, I'm refusing to grow up,
70
so
or
I
80
keep saying
years. Yeah.
that.
Long time.
Yeah, it's been that says that it was built on some strong, loving foundation. It's crazy, huh?
Yeah, I still quote, my favorite line in the special when Peppermint Patty's like, "Toast, pretzel sticks. What blockhead made this Thanksgiving dinner?"
Yeah, right. Who
Yeah,
cares? It's so, especially now in our climate today, it's like that. How many people have Frank's Friendsgiving, right?
yeah,
It became a thing. They didn't want the family around, so they had their friends. So everybody's like, potluck, bring what you want. And they're like, Mexican food? What kind
yeah,
of Thanksgiving food? Like, what, tortillas? It's
yeah.
Thanksgiving. Yeah, it's not Cinco de Mayo, dude.
It's
Yeah,
more like
but it's
lunch.
funny.
It's more like lunch than dinner.
Exactly, right?
Yeah.
Exactly. Well, at that age, you got to think about it. They probably went to sleep at 7 o'clock when you're that age. So, bingo.
Oh my God, I gotta give you a compliment. So, I was going through your Instagram and I saw a picture of you in a bikini, right? And
Oh, God,
I remember
that's good.
last time you telling me that your belly button is so deep there's no way out. I was like, yeah, wow, that is a deep belly button.
Awesome. That's great.
It was beautiful, I have to say. Mine is so deep I call it the bottomless pit.
That's funny. Of course. There you go.
Yeah,
My cup of groweth under. Yeah,
yeah.
that's funny.
Did you just
That's
quote
funny.
Shakespeare?
It was my own kind of Shakespearean ish. Kind of. Yeah. Shakespearean.
Yeah.
I shaped it the way I needed it to. My Shakespearean. There it is. Yeah.
Have you ever done theater?
I did a few plays in my past. It was pretty fun.
Any Shakespeare?
Yeah, it was no Shakespeare. No, I never. I I thought, God, that's too hard to memorize. I mean, I have a tough time memorizing stuff, especially nowadays. I have any timers, literally. You know,
Hmm.
I'm so yeah. I definitely have any timers, but yeah,
Any timers?
yeah, any timers.
It
That's what
sounds
I
like
call it.
Alzheimer's. Any timers?
Anytime I do it, any single time. It's not. It takes me by surprise.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's funny. That's funny. So,
So what do you got coming up that we can look forward to?
well, there's a movie out right now that I just. It's called Brittany Lost Her Phone. It's on
I s-
Tubi.
oh yeah, I was gonna watch it and then I lost track of time. I'm gonna watch it though.
It's so silly. There's gonna be. It was one of those indies. My friends made it. They're like, "Oh my God, you want to play the mom?" I'm like, sure. It was fun, super fun movie. I'm gonna go shoot a commercial on Thursday. I'm doing something, but I do a lot of podcasts,
Hmm.
and I'm a keynote speaker. So
Hmm.
people invite me to go to colleges or like Chamber of Commerce or retreats or medical things just to share my keynote pitch. Which is no longer leading with your wound. I just tried to turn my mess into a message
Hmm.
and lead with my passion to be of service,
Yeah,
and continue to help you feel good instead of me make you feel good. Does that make sense?
exactly. It does.
Yeah, so I'm kind of in that place in my life and I love it. God gave me the gift of gab.
He surely
Um,
did.
I know I can, but then I go into silence, radio silence too. But and also has given me such a desire to heal.
Hmm.
Like I said, maybe I don't know. I could have picked this path so I could become stronger. Who knows? I
Right.
don't know. But all I know is that if I don't heal, I can't help. So I've healed, and now I'm at a place where I just want to help.
That's wonderful. That's wonderful that you want to give back that way.
Yeah, it feels good. Talking about a dopamine hit, that's hot.
Yeah.
That's a
Dopamine
dopamine hit.
dopamine hit is hot.
Yeah, that's my dopamine hit, being of service. Yeah, some people get it from flipping from one Instagram to another. I get it from helping people. I mean, that's like such a high. It feels great,
Yeah.
and to want nothing really in return. Wow. That feels awesome.
Yep, mission
Walk away
accomplished.
going, wow. Yeah, I made them feel good. And you know what? I didn't have to take from them. I got to give to them.
That's so
So,
wonderful. I have a couple jokes for you.
okay, bring them on.
Okay. What kind of meat does a priest eat on Friday?
Oh, God, I'm afraid to ask what.
None.
Oh, that's so sick. I'm going to be stealing that one. Give me another one. I'm
Okay.
caught. I can't wait to tell my husband. Oh, wow,
Why
that
is
was.
tofu like a dildo?
It isn't, but go ahead. Tell me why you think it is.
They are meat
What?
substitutes.
Oh, that's so wrong. Very bad because they don't stay hard, though. Just remember that.
No. Well, there are those dildos that squirt jizz, fake jizz.
Oh, my God. But that's all it is jizz. It melts in your other mouth.
Yeah.
Oh, I just put a play on a play. Ooh,
Yeah.
that's a visual.
So, Leaders Lead with Tony Taylor is it's available on Spotify and all the platforms, and I recommend everybody go listen to it because you have just you've had an amazing journey and you've lived so many lives and you're going to continue to do so. And I thank you so much for coming back on today, Hilary.
Awesome. And if you on my I think it's YouTube, there's a handful of other well, I'm putting them up, but other podcasts if you
Including
that's
ours.
not your preferred. And,
Yep.
and this one, of course, yes. Bingo. Perfect.
Yes.
So yeah, Hilary Momberger-Powers. Look at it. I think it's under Hilary Powers. I switched things up. So, well, thank you. I really appreciate you reaching out and asking me to come and share with you guys in your audience. You're awesome.
Oh, thank
Another
you.
year. We did another year, buddy. We did
Another
it.
year we did it. You have a happy holiday season. Be safe, and I'll see you on social media.
All right. God bless you, buddy.
You too. Mwah.
Well, see you later, honey.
Bye bye.
Bye.
Well, there you have it. Hilary Momberger-Powers. Ain't she a sweetheart? Oh my God. Love her humor, love her energy, love the journey she's been on. It's going to continue. I just friggin' love her. Go watch a Charlie Brown Thanksgiving. It will bring you and your loved ones closer for the holidays. Well, until next time, this is Tommy Throwback Kovac saying there's no shame in living in the past because the present sucks. Later, dudes.